unfolding before us right now is predictable. We foresaw it. We knew this was going to happen, and it's happening. Now, I really believe the conversation should now shift before we see the wheel continue to circle again. We should now change our conversation to, all right, now that this has happened, how do we grab the initiative? Because right now, ZANU-PF yakaleader wangu yakatoleader 3-0 paboard, a first leg. And tikaita zvekuzhinya ka tonopamwa futi dzimwe 3 second leg. So moving forward, how do we counter this? The consultation process is gone. This is what we call a catastrophic defeat. It's gone. How we were defeated is not the issue. How we are going to respond to this defeat, because we know how ZANU-PF operates. We knew they were going to do this, and we know what they are going to do next. Next, Mangwana Chai Herald will be saying, they were successful, a few incidences, bora. But to move forward now, we now need to regain the initiative. From a small step, those in the diaspora, we can start to disengage from ZANU-PF's media handles. Disengage and control the narrative. The more you are baited by Nick Mangwana and all these things, muchi respond zvekufamba bo achitora mapicture atenda ebit mutanga kupopota ipapo, you have already been taken, your eye has been taken off the ball. Now is the time to say, all right, next we have seen kuti chichita kutonyora pasi Mangwana kana wakudaiso tichaisa so. And the only way I see feasible is to now start to organize our constitutional right to demonstrate peacefully. And we now need to activate our democratic right to stay away, to disengage from the government, for passive resistance. This is the only way. We are not dealing with Democrats here. Aisi ngikini ma-Democrats ku America atorerwa chinyanga na Trump. Warikuziya after 4 years tombura mfeswe. Kanti anenge asipo. We know that this is going to continue for decades if we do not. And avanyari vakomana vacho. Avatombonyari, they would take us down. How do we start to mobilize and strategize around demonstrating, around resisting, around? This should be the new conversation. They should now start come to our platforms and say, those are takuwina. Right now, vanhu vakazara platform panic, vanhu varikupopotera, vanhu veZANU-PF varikuposta all sorts of things. Disengage from that, unfollow, mute, do what you must, but let's control the narrative. If you're on the ground, you must now start to see, wait for the opportunity to come where you're going to disengage from public services, from government, from ZANU-PF, from so forth, and then start to mobilize and start to reshape your thinking towards a proper resistance. Otherwise, we are going to be booted again and again, and a nightmare scenario is going to happen. It's coming. 2030 is coming. As things stand, takajigiwa. What do we do? So, as we proceed with our many conversations to come, all right, Mangwana to say, even a small thing, it's okay to have a small victory to gather momentum. Kungoti munhu wese owes anyone. Unfollow the president, unfollow. That's a small gesture. That small victory can start to galvanize people. And then we start moving towards the real action plan, the real resistance that we need to do to remove ZANU-PF. Because ZANU-PF, they don't care about democracy. They don't even care about this constitution. Kuawarika, kungo maka mapepa, kuti vanhu vangoti alright adyiwa and zvatopera. But they don't care about that piece of paper. They don't care about our lives. They care about holding power and looting our resources. So as we strategize against them, we must understand kuti tiri kurwisana nezvigure. And chigure haugare pasi womupa maflowers, anokupambama. You need to start to confront You need to start to move forward with purpose and have time frames. Kuti by June, tofanira taachieva chakadai so, regain the media narrative. By October, tofanira tadai so. It's a process, yes, but we need to stick to that process and accept kuti panapa we are dealing with a real monster. And our strategies moving forward should be because we can argue about the constitution. This past 2 or 3 weeks, tamboriverenga constitution and hapana chatisisiri kuziva. Hapana chatisisiri kuziva, but hazvitibatsire izvozvo. Takuda kunyatsoita mobilize, move forward, and take care of business. As I start to land, I want to thank those that have put themselves on the front line. The BTs, the Uncle Jeras for this very important platform, and all those who continue to speak on here and other platforms. We want to thank you guys because they're keeping that flicker of hope alive. I want to thank you guys because but I want to motivate or implore all of us to start to realign our thoughts into a singular purpose of properly resisting. Many thanks.
Right. Thank you very much, guys. I just want to play, this audio. This is the official statement coming from CDF, their spokesperson, Councillor Jacob, Duquesa. So he sent me. You couldn't join us for some reasons, but he sent me an audio, the official, statement. So I'm going to play it. Just bear with me. It's about 5 minutes.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak. My name is Jacob Rukweza. I'm the spokesperson of the Constitution Defenders Forum, CDF. Let me begin by saying thousands of Zimbabweans, thousands of citizens came out in their numbers today to attend the public hearings that are being convened by the Parliament of Zimbabwe in relation to the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. We saw crowds in airports, we saw crowds at the Harare City Sports Center today. A clear sign that people wanted to express themselves on the amendment bill. What is unfortunate, however, is that most of the people who turned out to come and express themselves were not given the opportunity to speak. What is clear from these public meetings is that the parliament teams that have been deployed to preside over these public hearings are not in control. The people who are in control are ZANU-PF operatives. These are the people who are deciding when the meeting starts. They are determining who speaks and who doesn't speak. There are a lot of people today, including the convener of the ZDF Tendai who attended the public meeting at the Harare Sports Center, but were not given an opportunity to speak. Tendai was at that public hearing for a whole 3 hours, but he was not given an opportunity to speak. I was at that meeting for a whole 4 hours. I was not given an opportunity to speak. I saw Fadzai Mahere. I saw Lavo Madugu. I saw Minyara Dikwisai. I saw Jacob Ngarifume. I saw a lot of people who have publicly expressed their rejection of the amendment bill attending that public hearing. But none of those people were given an opportunity to speak. The people in charge of the process were choosing people that they wanted to speak, and it was clear there was a pattern. They were moving from one bed to another, choosing only those people that they had decided were going to speak. But this is said, the government is calling people to a public hearing, pretending to want people to come to come and express their views. But when the people come, they are not given an opportunity to speak. Instead, people are intimidated, people are assaulted, I saw people being assaulted. I saw violence breaking out during the process of the public hearings, just because someone suspected of being opposed to the bill wanted to speak. And these signs that we see are clear signs of a government that is afraid of its people, a government that is unsure of the future, a government that is aware of its unpopularity, a government that is aware of the fact that the amendment bill that it is sponsoring is unpopular. Unpopular because many people have spoken on the streets, many people have spoken on social media and many other platforms to say they are not in support of the amendment bill number 3. They are clear that they don't want a president that is appointed by parliament. They are clear that they don't want a 7-year term for the president. They are clear that they don't want President Emerson Mnangagwa's term to be extended to 2030. They are clear that they don't want traditional leaders to be involved in partisan politics. And this is why ZANU-PF doesn't want the citizens to talk. But we are not stopping here. The fight is going on. We are sitting down. We are strategizing, and we'll go forward.
Right. So yeah. So that is the statement from CDF spokesperson.